just about ready to roll. Logan O'Hoppe now at the plate. And we're underway here in the home opener. Out towards right center field. One up, one down. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Boog Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but outside. He grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Ball, that's in.
Just getting started here in Toronto. On the ground to the left, Lopez. Throws to first.
He's out.
Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first. 2 down. Base is empty. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Into center. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for San Diego in this one, Matt Waldron. What do you have on him, Siggy? Digging in, Otto Lopez. Hey!
Inside, ball 1.
In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out. Next to hit, Ernie Clement. Hey! On the ground, right side. Tatis handles that chance. Whips it to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. This one in the air, right field. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. So runner at second, 2 down. Here's George Springer. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
And that drops in for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Second inning set to go. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Joe Adell. And a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Rhys Hoskins to the plate.
Ball, that's out.
Check
Ball
swing.
2.
No appeal. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike. Adell gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Long gone. A 2-run shot. Here's the left fielder. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. On the run, sent it over to first.
Safe, he's good.
Throw not in time, and he's safe. Man at first. Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto. On the ground, could be two. There's one to Guerrero, and they turn two. Here's Miguel Andujar.
Third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
Ball.
Base is empty, two away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. Fights it off. You'll see another. That one ripped right center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
He was all over that one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out.
Fires over to Guerrero. They limit. Back now in Toronto, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
Hey!
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Ball 1.
That one the other way. Makes the catch. 1 down. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out. And here is Sosa to the plate. That one out to right. Adele on the run. And that is that. New inning getting started. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Logan O'Hoppe. Here's your 1.
That's a ball.
And a big swing and a miss.
Nope.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High fly ball, right field. Springer on the move. And there's 1 down. In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
That's out.
Check swing called strike. And it's a ball and a strike. That clips the corner. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 down, base is empty. Now the DH for the Padres, Giancarlo Stanton. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now batting Joe Adele. Adele getting the start in right. Batting in the cleanup spot. And his batting average this season is over. Makes the catch, inning over. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 1 away. Tyler Fitzgerald next up for the Blue Jays. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Otto Lopez digs in now. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Ball, that's inside.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. No one can get there. It falls in. The run scores from second. It's an RBI single. And now they trail by 1. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Save at second with a stolen base. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Foul ball there.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And on second, 2 down.
Ball,
Inside.
that's off the plate.
And a full count now. Good job to fight that one off. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the last half of the third.
Nope, that's inside.
And a count 1 and 2. In the air, right field. Adele has a beat on it. That is the inning. Start of the 4th, and here is Hoskins.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. It gets down, a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Now the left fielder.
Aye.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks.
Ball,
so tough
upstairs.
to get that barrel to.
Hoskins gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 gone. So digging in, Zach Neto. He hit into a double play his first time up. That's just
outside.
misses. Ball 1. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Ball to strike. The pitch. Up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. Now the third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 71, Tyler Rogers.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. To the right side, and that one handled. Throws to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Thomas
Ball.
up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Next
No,
one off the plate inside. Ball 2. That
Ball
one missed.
3.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
Base hit, 1 run is in. He boots it. In comes the run from second, and they take a 3-run lead. So 2 down. Logan O'Hoppe, the next up for the Padres. And a foul ball. The 0-1. Late with the swing there. Foul ball, still 0-2.
That's a ball.
Base knock right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr.
Aye.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Got him swinging. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
Kazuma Okamoto.
Hey.
That to right. Adele should have this one. 1 down. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. And first offering is fouled off. This to third on Duhar. Handles, throws to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Lenin Sosa. That one ripped, but foul. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's out.
That's a hit.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Ball.
The 1-2. Swings and misses. Back now in Toronto. So here's the Padres DH, Giancarlo Stanton. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
You know, these Padres putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And he chases that one. And that's the first out. Here's Joe Adele. 1 for 2. Out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And the first two set down in the top of the fifth. Two down, bases empty. Rhys Hoskins, the next up for the Padres. Ground ball left side. Padres go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Jays, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
To the right side. Tatis handles that chance. Sends it to first. One pitch and one out. Back to the top of the order now. Otto Lopez getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. The Jays trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball inside.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. This one in the air right field. Adele on the run. Reaching down and makes the grab. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Out to short, Neto. Not in time, infield hit. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Grounds one to short. Neto fires over to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the top of the 6th. Number 35 now at the plate. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. That one lifted to left. Schneider in and to his right. 1 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Zach Neto will hit next.
Hey.
Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Inside ball.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Hauls it in, 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive.
Now pitching.
Braden Fisher gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
On Duhar,
Outside,
the next to hit, takes ball 1. On the ground. Over to first.
He's out.
And that is the inning. Here's George Springer to start it off. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, these Jays looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
And next for Toronto, Kazuma Okamoto. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle.
Snags it for the second out.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Sosa now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Ball.
Okamoto leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Line drive, base hit right field. And that one's going to get into the corner. Lead runner around second. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it
out of the bullpen for the Padres, Jason Adam.
All they need from him right here is 1 out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
The 1-0. Just missed. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And that's the 3rd out. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 7th. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate.
Hey.
Here comes the 0-1.
Ball. That pitch is out.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And now 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And it remains 2-2. That's a little bit low. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And a base hit up the middle. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
A couple of hits in a row for him here.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 45, Tommy.
Next to hit, Logan O'Hoppe.
Nope. Outside. That's in. Ball 2. Ah!
That's
Ball
off the inside corner. And the count is 3-1. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Out to short. Lopez. Off balance throw in time. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang, play to end. Set for the last half of the seventh. And now for the Jays, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
Ball one.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And a 1-2. Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time. And even with his speed, they get the out. Otto Lopez next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3.
Hey! Ball, that's out.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
That's exactly what you're taught to do with that pitch, but it's not that easy to execute in a live at bat. Great job of staying on that breaking ball down and away and shooting it to the opposite field.
Clement, batting with one down, takes a strike. Next offering is outside.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Just
that ball went out.
And that drops in for a strike. Fouled off down the right side. Off the mark there. And the count is 2-2. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. 2 down. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, George Springer. 0 for 3 and this one. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Josh Hader. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lopez around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Okamoto in the box, lays off for ball 1. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. The Blue Jays with the go-ahead run at the plate. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
That's the ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Just missed.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations. And right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And they're all loaded up.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving. And it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Kirk up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And a strike in there. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. That is the inning. We're at the top of the 8th. Now the DH for the Padres, Giancarlo Stanton. And first offering is fouled off.
Inside, ball 1.
Nance sets, fires. And a swing and a miss. First out in the top of the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Joe Adell.
Ball, that's out.
Check swing. He went. And the count 1-1. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins. He's already homered in this game.
Nope, outside. Ball, that's inside.
Next
Ball,
pitch
that's
misses. 3-1 now.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Number 35 in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to.
Oh, that's a strikeout. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Lenny Sosa. David Morgan gets the call from the pen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
The 0-1 right through there for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. This looks like extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brandon Lockridge next up for the Blue Jays. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Nope, that's inside.
The Padres trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Throws to first in time. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Fitzgerald swings through it for strike one.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
The tying run at the plate. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. This one in the dirt. And the runner holds. Here's the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to short. Slings to first in time.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And that will end the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, leading off.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 93, Jimmy Garcia.
Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. Garcia, 35 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball one.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
There's a swing and a drive. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Ground ball up the middle. Clement tosses to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
That's outside.
Out towards right center field. Fitzgerald on the move to the gap. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Here's Lane Thomas now. Up the middle. What a stop. Throw to first. Safe. And that's his third hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ball one, no strikes. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in. Back now in Toronto. Bottom 9. Ernie Clement. He's in now. Jeremiah Estrada on to pitch out of the pen here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Lined into left center, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Hey!
Strike 2.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And he brings it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Springer in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
Hey! Outside, that's a
Well,
ball.
an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk,
Nope.
then you
Outside.
bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Tying run at the plate. 3-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. Out of here. George Springer leaves the yard, and we are all tied up. New pitcher on here, Ron Marinaccio.
Hey.
All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. And a base hit. And the winning run is aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Can't get there. It's into the gap. Around third. The relay throw. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Blue Jays walk it off 5-4.
When you're down 2 runs in the 9th inning, the odds are definitely stacked against you, but they found a way to come up with some big hits. They scored 3 runs for the win. What an incredible way to finish this ball game.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.